Welcome back to the farm for another video. So today we're down here with Bree, our little mini donkey here, and Piper, our horse, back there behind me. And the reason we're down here with them is the next project we're going to be building is somebody wanted a coat rack, but they wanted it to kind of be horse themed. So we're going to use the CNC machine, and we're going to engrave some running horses along the bottom of it, and then we're going to put some horseshoes on the side of the frame. So let's finish giving these guys some treats and head on inside and let's get started. So here's the lumber we're working with, and I've just kind of got a basic layout here. Obviously I need to do the final cuts and still need to do some sanding, but she would like to have 5 cubbies. So we're gonna have 5 cubbies up here above the top. The top of it will be a shelf that she can use up above. And then down here, where this actually hangs down, we're gonna put all the coat hooks down here along the bottom. So what I'm gonna do for the CNC machine is we're gonna carve the herd of running horses right here about 1 inch from the top, so that way it'll be right down below that shelf. So you can see right here, I've already got my center point done. So let's go ahead and get this one stained, since it's the first one we're gonna start carving, so we can get the CNC going while we finish building the rest of it. Let's get started. Okay, since the shelf is longer than my CNC machine, what I ended up having to do is just find the center point and just let the other edges kind of hang off the end of it. So we're going to be carving the actual horses are going to carve on this end. So we're going to only be using 2 different bits. So we're going to do the V-carve. We're going to start off with a 1/16 bit, which is already in there. And that's going to do all the clearing. And then we're going to come back with this white side 60-degree fine V bit. Now I found that this one works the best for kind of getting some really nice detail, because it just has really nice fine tip point on it. So those are the only 2 bits we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, and we're going to finish building the rest of the shells while this is carving out. And there we are, fresh off the CNC. Just want to do a little touch-up sanding just to kind of clean it up a little bit. But really happy with how those turned out. So we're going to try something new on this. So I actually ordered what's called a scorch pen. So this actually has a little liquid inside of it that helps after if you hit this with a torch to kind of really bring out the darkness to it. So we're actually going to go through and I'm going to hand paint down on the inside of these with this pen and then lightly hit them with the torch just to really make the color come out. And I think that dark and with that wood, I'm really hoping it's going to give it some good character. So let's get this thing drawn out and get the torch going. Paint's all dry and everything. I think those turned out pretty awesome. Now I'm going to work on some side profiles so that we can have something to kind of go here on the edge, kind of first time creating something, so we'll get those cut out and we'll get this thing assembled. You know, on the side braces of the shelves, I was just going to do square, but I thought, you know what, I have the CNC, I could do better than that. So we're going to design a couple little curved edges to this. So I just kind of threw something together real quick on the program. We'll cut one out. If the profile looks good, we'll duplicate it and put that on both sides. Let's get carving. Alright, so there's the kind of profile I came up with. So just kind of give it a little bit extra curve here. So now the thickness here should be where the base of the shelf is, so it should sit square on that, but I give myself an extra 1/2 inch on this edge to trim back and kind of make it fit. So we'll go put this on the shelf. If it looks good, we'll just duplicate it with the other board that I have right there. So let's get going. Okay, so I got all the pre-staining done, so just want to kind of get ready to kind of lay this out before I glue it all together. So right here, this is going to be our center shelf. So this will go here. These are going to be the dividers that go in between each one. So these will sit down here. So each one of these dividers will go like this. And obviously I'll measure these, make sure that they're all square and all even. This is going to be our top section here that comes all the way up. Now we have these sideboards that we made here. So these will kind of stand up here. Like so. And like so. And then because we want these all to be able to be cubbies, here's the last front trim piece, which will sit down right in here and give all the cubbies. So that's the overall layout of how it's going to look when it's all put together. So now I'm going to grab some clamps, I'm going to grab some glue and some finish nails, and let's get this thing put together. And here we are all finished up. I just put the final coat of stain. I went through and actually sealed overall. I put wood putty over each one of the little finish nails, so everything is all sealed in. I mean, when you actually look nice and close, you can't even really tell where they're at, which I'm really happy with that. Now, I did leave a little bit of the saw marks from my buddy's mill and a couple little sanding marks. You can kind of see, I don't know if you'll see them here, but in the back. So they still wanted to look rustic, so I didn't want it to be 100% perfect. So I did leave little imperfections like that in it to kind of give them that country feel. Now, she said that she was really happy with these sides. I just kind of sketched something up and cut these on the sides of the shelf to kind of give it some extra character. And I sent a customer the picture of this, and she is super, super happy with it. So that always makes me feel good when the customer hasn't seen it in real life and they really enjoy it. Well, thanks for joining me for another video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. I'll do what I can to answer for you. Thanks for joining me for another video. If you really enjoyed this, you want to join me for all my other projects, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you around.